Wait. All right, guys, that's just how it is. There's ebbs and flows, and recently a associate of the channel, I would say, KSI, friend of Logan Paul, made a music video, made a song, and it has been the laughingstock of the internet for about a week now, I think. I haven't heard it yet. I've seen a lot of memes in regard to it.
No, I'm not gonna lie though, too. The cinematics look good too.
It seems like people are still mad about him trying to shit on Dan TDM for shitting on their whack Lunchables ripoff thing that they did, or whatever. I really don't. It seems like that's where all this started, though. I'm not 100% sure. Got videos on that if you want to watch them. Mr. Beast, KSI, and Logan Paul are releasing Lunchly, a Lunchables competitor. It will feature a Prime and Feastables, and it's got obviously KSI, Logan Paul, and Mr. B. KSI, in my opinion, deserves all of this. Thank you to ZocDoc for sponsoring this video. You know, there's some things in life that are totally fine being a crapshoot. Like trying out strange new nut milks in your coffee, you weirdo. Or maybe that cheap impulse buy from an IG ad. Maybe even rolling the dice on a new workout class. But finding the right doctor, there's no need to have that be a crapshoot. It shouldn't be one of them. Take out the worry. This is where ZocDoc comes in, a free app and website that helps you search, compare, and book high-quality in-network doctors with just one click. No more guessing games, my friends. ZocDoc lets you filter doctors who can take your insurance, who are close by, and are highly rated by real patients. From mental health to dental care, eye care, skin care, whatever you need, ZocDoc has over 100,000 healthcare providers to choose from across every single specialty. You can even see their available appointment times and book instantly. The best part is most ZocDoc appointments happen fast, within 24 to 72 hours. Sometimes you can even score a same-day appointment, no more waiting weeks to get in. I use this service and you can too easily. Stop putting off doctor's appointments and head to ZocDoc.com/Oompaville to find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/Oompaville. Go book it now, ZocDoc.com/Oompaville. Thank you to ZocDoc for sponsoring this video. I've been a KSI hater for a while now because he's just giant friends with Logan Paul, and anybody who likes Logan Paul and is just letting him get away with scamming his audience and all this stuff, and without even ever acknowledging it, and it's just like, oh, I'm the bad guy now, I'm the bad guy. Anybody who does that is just like mega ultra big time cringe. Just acknowledge it. You don't have to, you didn't film a dead body.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize.
You just scammed a bunch of people. Just be like, yo, you know, oh wait, you did acknowledge it, and you made a video saying CoffeeZilla was right, and then also still sued him anyways. That's like stupid. Like KSI's new song, and KSI is an associate of that and loves that. I assume he loves that behavior, and I wouldn't be surprised if he is up to that behind the scenes himself.
Remember when KSI posted this? All of a sudden, my XCAD bag is looking juicy again. Hodl Gang then proceeded to dump $850,000 worth of XCAD over the following days from his wallet address.
In reality, what we've been able to see over the last few weeks is a incredibly thin-skinned egomaniac taking lefts, rights, ups and downs from everywhere on the internet because he is just wrong, and it's funny to make fun of him. And it's just this, I've loved this whole thing. I've reveled in it. I revel whenever people get shit on. I love it. I don't know why. I'm a fan of all this stuff. It's possible to be a hater and also be an enjoyer simultaneously, and that's me, guys. It's called fence sitting, I think is what people call it, fence sitting. Anyways, by the way, I'm a big proponent of the everything is fake and everything is done specifically for a reason, and that I think that's actually probably what KSI is doing in this entire situation, is just completely entirely self-aware. But it's more fun to think that this is a man floundering before the masses, but in reality, you know, I think it's a joke. I think it's all a joke, right? I think it's a big gigantic joke. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's a big gigantic joke. Anyways, let's pretend like it's real. What's this new song that everybody hates? It's got Trippie Redd in it. Okay, wow.
From the screen to the ring, to the pen, to the king. Where's my crown? That's my bling. Always drama when I ring.
It's like the intro to the Minions movie already. We're where they were during World War II. Okay, well, the genre, whatever the f this is giving me psychic damage already. So let's see if I can play it on the guitar. Let's see if it's simple. Let's see if it's got a guitar in it. Oh, wow, this is terrible. Doesn't KSI do rap? And Trippy Red as well. This is terrible. This is like 2010s. I'm going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. That's like what this is. This is 2010 shit.
From the yacht to the sus to the wrist to the mule. Yeah, I'm edging in Ohio.
Okay, so it's also about him stroking his ego. Let's see the guitar. It's in B sharp minor. Okay, so it's like, no. Maybe? I don't know, it's shit though. I do know that. That's my cover of that song. Here's a better version of it.
Doctor, take a look. Got a hairy situation.
Here's a better version of it. Whatever. Oh my God, I can't believe there's crime in it. It's so embarrassing. This is how the story goes. Honestly, if it had a different beat, different melody, different lyrics, different sound effects, different artist, different theme, different message, and different genre, it could have gone hard. That's awesome. That's really funny. That is so embarrassing. God, I cannot imagine. For one, writing a song about how awesome I am and then pretending that it sounds good and then imagine being surrounded by that many yes men, for real. And then being a whimpering, thin-skinned baby as a result. Imagine being worth like tens of millions of dollars, not having to actually work a real job, like an actual real job, and then being upset when people are making fun of you online. What is wrong with these people? If you're unfamiliar with the Streisand effect, I'm gonna give you a quick little lesson. Streisand effect is the consequence of bringing a small topic to light and then causing a domino effect, bringing more and more attention to it.
The Streisand effect is a phenomenon in which an attempt to suppress or hide information has the unintended consequence of publicizing the information more widely.
If you, the person at the center of it, acknowledge it, it will get worse and it will continue to go. It's called the Barbra Streisand effect. KSI's been in a little bit of hot water lately, let's be real. All right, he's been getting trolled massively on the internet, and we all know why. It's because of the hate towards Logan that's consistent and unrelenting, because he deserves it. I mean, let's be real.
Hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it.
He still has yet to atone. He has yet to make his walk of atonement and have people say shame, 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 throw rice at him while he walks through the streets of King's Landing until his feet turn red with blood and we can see his delicious tits. KSI is his friend though, and he has seemingly caught many a stray in the last few weeks. He's catching strays like nobody ever, and it is possibly due to his own fault, and that is him going against Dan TDM, which is like a god of YouTube, right? He's a YouTube god. Guy has done very little wrong, and he decided to tweet about YouTubers making shitty products, and, you know, perfectly valid opinion that a lot of people have and share. Agree with it or not, if you don't, I'm a YouTuber with a shitty product. It didn't make me mad at all, not even a little bit. If anything, it makes me want to be less like YouTubers. Of course, he's right. I don't market my product towards literally 5-year-old children like KSI and Mr. Beast and all these other people. I market my shit to academics, scholars, leaders in the field, astronauts in space, etc. I'm nothing like them. Just kidding. I'm aware of irony. All right, guys, I'm aware of irony. I don't really care. I'm a YouTuber. Who gives a f? I'm not even real. Now, though, it seems like the stray catching has just turned into a full-on barrage. A hail of artillery is headed for KSI. Who cares about Mr. Beast? Who cares about Logan Paul? They don't ever acknowledge anything. And now, as a result of, I guess, KSI is in the crosshairs of the GP, the general public, and he's worming, and the last thing you do is acknowledge it. You know who didn't acknowledge it? Logan Paul, Mr. Beast. Neither of them acknowledging. Guess what? It's over now. Who cares? Who cares? There's gonna be like a small subset of people. It's just like you ignore it and it goes away. There's a thing called the Streisand effect. If you're unfamiliar with the Barbra Streisand effect, let me give you a quick lesson. Sit down and close your mouth, breathe through your nose, mew. tighten your eyebrows, give yourself a look of positive canthal tilt. This domino effect that KSI is facing seems to be a bit of a Streisand effect moment. He responded multiple times to Dan TDM's tweet, which he shouldn't have. He should have just taken it on the nose, but his skin is so thin, or I guess he's fragile, I guess. I'm not really sure. I thought that being massively successful in your field and literally being a living legend was enough to, you know, you can take a few jokes, right? Or like a lot, millions of jokes. You can take as many jokes as needed. You've already won at life. Like, you deserve it at this point. You don't have to be liked. It's not real. This was Dan TDM's tweet. YouTubers are greedy, and then he got really upset because he was extremely greedy, and he looked at this and he's like, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Or whatever. He's not starting with the man in the mirror. He saw the man in the mirror. He looked at it and he didn't realize that it was the abyss, and the abyss stares back, and the abyss has the face, a familiar face. And that is KSI. Because of this, people love Dan TDM. They started throwing a lot of shade at KSI and attack him instead of actually attacking the product that was created called Lunchly, which, you know, I covered that. I tried it. It's shitty, normal lunch food. There's no world in which I would ever feed this to my children outside of like a snack, right? Like an actual, like a fun sort of snack. Obviously, I don't have children.
Are you sure about that?
So I don't have any idea. Before all the moms come in, is it a slightly better alternative? Absolutely. Is there any other better alternatives? Yeah, there's millions of better alternatives. Like literally taking a 25-cent baked potato or sweet potato, putting it in the oven or microwave for 5 to 6 minutes, turning it, and then putting like grass-fed butter, salt, pepper, and then eating a can of tuna as well, or maybe less heavy metals. Maybe, I don't know, beef jerky. Well, that's expensive. Poaching some salmon, that's really easy. You just put liquid in a pot, you put liquid in a pan, and then put a salmon fillet, and then it cooks it itself, and then it's really easy to make extremely healthy food. That's what I did when I was a child. My parents didn't make food for me. I never have ever eaten a Lunchable as a kid. And if I did, it was at a friend's house. I literally poached salmon. And when I was 7 years old, I poached salmon. And not good salmon, like the white, pink salmon, like from a can and shit. I would poach it because I thought I was a cook. But anyways, not a great hill to die on, because you're always gonna be wrong if you're arguing that Lunchly is a healthy food alternative for children. You're just always going to be wrong. Is it slightly better than Lunchables? Yeah, definitely, dude. But also, it's not better. It's shit. After the tweet, a bit of a domino / spiral effect, like I said, happened. And it was of KSI throwing shade towards Dan TDM. He kept doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down. He called out his U2s, and then he was community noted and heavily embarrassed on multiple different occasions. KSI also has a U2s. He's just being shown to be a massive hypocrite, and then his response was, well, I wasn't originally talking about this, mate. I wasn't originally talking about this. By the way, my song In the Thick of It is coming out soon. Then there was also this, and now I've pretty much spoiled the last video. If you haven't watched it yet, doesn't matter anyways. Now we're past that production. There's been way more nonsense, and this has been a legendary level of floundering that I've seen from a content creator or just online person. Probably the most legendary thin-skinned display of pity, or not pity, pathetic behavior online I think I've ever seen.
This will be the day that you'll hate for the rest of your life. When I beat you, with every year that you breathe, that day will be a constant reminder that you lost to a YouTuber. You can train all you want.
Shut up, you human pineapple.
Won't matter.
You look like a pineapple.
Soon you will face
Let's
reality,
look at
and
a
it will
pineapple
hurt
haircut.
you.
Especially from who it's coming from. I mean, he's always been cringe. KSI's always done some really cringe shit.
I'm different.
Jake Paul was different.
I am the one that can see John Cena. I'm different.
He couldn't let this stuff go, man. It began genuinely eating away at him, even though it seemed, he tried to make it seem like, oh, haha, it's as awesome, it's a bit of banter, or whatever. This is a situation in which a response to one tweet where he is completely wrong, and then him doubling down due to his own ego and fragility, caused a continuous spiral into absolute madness, which I revel in. I love it. I don't know why I like seeing this stuff. It's so funny to me. I don't understand it. The hate really started to eat at him and sent him into a frenzy, a craze, a tailspin, a nosedive, if you will. He then made a tweet talking about Dan TDM, feeding off the attention of all the stuff that's going on to bring focus to his new song, Thick of It, that was coming out now.
I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows.
Interesting marketing style. Okay. Seemed like the hate wave was way too strong. People continually kept hating on him, calling his music in general shit In the thick of it, and saying that no one cared that he was releasing a song, which is true. Very few people do actually care that he's releasing music because he's a YouTuber. Who gives a fuck? Seems like people are still mad that he keeps using Dan TDM to promote his shit and calling him out as if he's in the right. He's just trolling, but it's not like fun, good, smart trolling. It's sad. It's like pathetic and sad, genuinely. He then started to maybe realize that the hate wasn't going anywhere and he could not let it go. He started talking about Marquez Brownlee getting flamed by his audience for advertising the $50 a year subscription for a wallpaper app.
I don't want to overpromise too much, but it's going to be pretty consistently improving over time, which is part of the reason why we're offering a subscription to support it.
He then calls Dan TDM some dumbass YouTuber, which is awesome. Like, how upset can a grown man get? This is crazy. By the way, grown man who is so rich has nothing to worry about. Nothing at all to worry about. And yet he's dedicating his life force, his energy to this, to something so astronomically insignificant. I mean, this is embarrassing. The word embarrassing, pathetic, thin-skinned, these are all understatements for how I feel about this. I assume most people do. That's why they're just keep on trolling him. It's like low-hanging fruit at this point, but it shouldn't be. This guy's got everything. He's got the whole world at his fingertips. He's living the dream. So he called Dan TDM some dumbass YouTuber and states that if you want to cancel a YouTuber for creating a product, don't buy it. So that tweet by Dan TDM that was made on the 16th of September, still bouncing around in his head days, weeks later. I made an hour-long video talking about it and haven't thought about it since. He then makes a tweet stating that he will be addressing the drama happening. However, it was an apparent lie and an illegal advertisement for his terrible new song, Thick of It. He got community noted, stating that there is no apology listed here, and this apparently breaks Twitter X TOS, so that's also not good. And also just false advertising, lying to people. That's not very fun. He's doubling down again. He's doubling down again. He then calls out the community note saying that it is lying and that he indeed did address everything, stating that there is an apology right there if they click it a few times. Obviously, yet again, this is a ploy to get people to go and listen to his shitty music, which is funny because he's still around, still thinking about Dan TDM. Still, I mean, this is like next level sad, bro. It's getting worse. It gets even worse. What he posted today is so sad. I actually almost feel a little bit bad. I feel like a modicum of sadness for him because like he's not smart. He's not what I thought. I thought he was like really smart and that's why he became so successful. No, that's not it actually. It's actually just sad. This is just like, he's in need. He's in need of support. He needs support. He can't become a multi-millionaire, 10x millionaire, whatever, have the most successful businesses of any YouTuber ever. And then that's like fine, you know, success, ambition, living his dream, literally. No, he needs support. He needs to be loved. He needs to be loved. But he also is an asshole and talks massive amounts of shit, but he needs to be loved. So those two things, they don't go together. They don't go together. Those are not things that go together. He then made another tweet stating the apology is indeed up. And sake, my friends, it got community noted again. Genuinely, this has to be a record for the most community notes in a row. Everything this guy says gets community noted. I love community notes, by the way. Elon's Twitter sucks in general, but the community notes thing is like, all right, you know, round of applause. Round of applause for that. Hey, buddy. Didn't know you were still there. You've been pretty quiet this whole video until I started clapping up a damn storm. Hey, Dickweed, who's your least favorite YouTuber, Petey? KSI? Frankie likes Nile Red. She likes physics and chemistry. There was an apology though, apparently. I'm not sure if it's directly related to Dan TDM or whatever but it's just him pretending to apologize and then laughing hysterically.
Hey guys, a lot's happened these past few days, and I've had a lot of time to reflect and really understand everything that's happened and all of my actions. And you know, first of all, I want to sorry. I want to apologize. I want to say sorry. I can't do it.
He then makes another tweet from someone stating he left an Easter egg in his song, calling his op, aka Dan TDM. It's like a diamond from his chest. I don't know. This is so sad. It's so sad. You've got to wonder if he's actually physically in love, infatuated with Dan TDM, making so many tweets. And Dan TDM made one and then just never responded, like a biggest dickus. I mean, how harder can you win than that? How much more, I don't even know. Like, that is such a decisive victory. It's like fucking Hannibal and the Romans at the Battle of Cannae. All right, what the dude? 86,000, 50,000, 70,000 losses, 8,000 losses. I mean, that's crazy, dude. It's like 241 BC in this bitch, or whatever date it was. I'm not sure. Dan is Hannibal, by the way. He's a tactician. I must remind you all, this is all over a single tweet. But guess what? It doesn't end there. He then sees Kai Cenat with a McDonald's bag, hinting a possible collab. And he then asks Dan TDM where he's at. Since it's hypocritical, only KSI was called out, which is funny because KSI wasn't called out. It was Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, and KSI, the makers of Lunchly. It was all of them. It was all three of them. It wasn't just him, but in his own mind, he thinks that Dan TDM is also as in love with him as he is in love with Dan TDM. He has an insanely, this is how weird, insane parasocial fans are to YouTubers, but right now we're witnessing it be KSI. He's kind of been on the back burner a little bit lately, so this is his like parasocial monster rearing its ugly, stupid head. It's awesome, dude. A day later, he tweeted again, actually tagging Dan TDM this time and inviting him to come into probably as well, the Sidemen podcast, the Sidecast, talk it out like men, because calling someone out for weeks is definitely something Dan TDM wants to include himself in. So nothing really needs to be talked out like men, in all honesty. It seems like KSI just is insanely fragile. I'd say nothing needs to be talked out. He didn't specifically call anybody out. It makes perfect logical sense. Dan TDM is not wrong. He is right. Genuinely, this is all in KSI's mind. This is crazy how pathetic this is. What's funny also is obviously Dan TDM doesn't give a at all. He hasn't made any other tweets. He's not there to argue. He genuinely meant what he said, and he is speaking from experience. He's a YouTuber. He's also a hypocrite. Everybody who does this is a massive hypocrite. Dan doesn't seem to like YouTuber products that are just clear money grabs. It's fair. You know, everybody's done it. Everybody's taken an ad spot, whatever. Like it's a thing that people do. So we're doing this for money. We're YouTubers. Nobody plays Minecraft for charity. Well, I mean, there's a lot of money that has gone to charity, obviously, but you're trying to create a platform. You're trying to make yourself successful. This is a job. It's ridiculous to pretend otherwise. Like, what does KSI think he's doing? He's not trying to make money at all. Like, what? What is it? What the is going on in this poor man's head? He is so, I mean, I don't want to say low IQ, but I feel like it's like room temp, genuinely.
Hey, yo, what's that? No, that don't make sense. Hey, yo, this doesn't make sense. I don't know what this is. What is that? What? Bro!
Obviously, KSI got no response, so a day later he made another tweet stating that since he didn't reply publicly or privately, he did it for likes and interactions. At this point, KSI tries to take the high ground, saying that he started it and that he's just trying to finish it. My God, you know, may he have mercy on our souls at this point, and specifically KSI's. Even on the Sidemen podcast, they were explaining to him that he's so mad at just one tweet and he copes the entire time stating that he's not rattled, but Dan is. He claims that he doesn't care that much, but his friends put him in his place. stating he actually is annoyed and rattled by it. Huh?
You've done that in a smart way, but you're not. You talk about him on a day-to-day basis. You are rattled.
No, but I don't care though.
He doesn't care.
No, but
you probably went to sleep cuddling your missus thinking about Dan TDM.
No.
So much.
I just do it because I know it pisses people off. Bro, I look on Twitter and I go, oh wow, these people actually care that I'm just saying all these things
You said you
about
want to start
Dan.
a real-life chant about that.
Yeah, because
you are not the rattler.
I like to continue it because it's just funny.
So you think?
But then I feel like it's reaching its point where it's not even funny for me anymore.
It wasn't funny.
It's not funny.
Nah, bro, it was great. I'm using it as promo for my song. I'm also just.
You're not rattling Dan. You're rattling his YouTube
fans. That's it. No, it's not Dan.
But Dan has rattled you.
No.
That's what.
You got him a little bit.
Has Dan rattled you at all?
You deleted Twitter and came back to. He rattled you.
No, he hasn't though.
You came back to Twitter to reply to his
But I don't care though.
His friends then try to get him to admit giving him actually good advice, but he continues to cope and seethe, stating he was never rattled by the tweet. The evidence, though, is all there. He was absolutely rattled by the tweet, and I would bet an entire CryptoZoo scam's worth of money that he was. I mean, it makes sense. Come on, dude.
No, because I didn't care, and then I was like, oh, actually, I can use this to my advantage.
You actually said to yourself,
your initial two replies.
The initial two replies were like, what? But I don't think he had the intent of going, oh, I'm going to rattle KSI.
No, he didn't, but you did it.
No, but then that doesn't count as a rattle.
Even worse.
If there was a poll taken and people were asked who's more rattled and it turned out that everyone thinks it's you, would you be shocked?
No, obviously people are going to say it's me because I'm tweeting and all this and all that, but the first two rattled. Fine, he got me, but then after that,
that's what I wanted.
But fine, after that, I went, oh, okay, I can use this as promo.
Your response to the rattle was to rattle his fat.
Here's the evidence that you were rattled. Here's the evidence that you weren't. This has not worked out in KSI's favor by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. All eyes are on him now. His song has gotten a lot of attention. In result of it, he riled up a lot of Dan TDM fans and just people who are normal, people who are nostalgic towards Dan TDM, whatever. All these people are now focusing their energy on KSI's new song, and it is so embarrassing and bad. He released a song. It's called The Thick of It, or Thick of It. I don't really know.
Green to the ring, to the pen, to the king.
It has, to say the least, not been received with love and support, especially not the love and support he thought it would. I'm going to blame all of this on his one-way battle with Dan TDM. It seemed like everybody pretty much liked KSI before this. A few fringe goobers caring about him associating with Logan Paul and like being part of the Prime Army and all this stuff. But it's clear that this guy's also a weird, dumbass piece of shit, just like Logan, just like everybody. I mean, they all suck. YouTubers suck. Everybody is hating on the song. Everybody. There's not a single positive comment about the song. Not a single positive comment about the song. It's not a horrible song. It sounds like average 2010s nonsense garbage. It gave me psychic damage for sure. But at the same time, it's like, if KSI would have released this, I'd be like, what the f? And then I would have moved on and never thought about it again. But now I'm like hyper analyzing it. It's got a Prime bottle in the music. That's cool. He got a Prime bottle in there. That's awesome. It's also embarrassing, but yeah, cool. Good job. I don't think it deserves as much hate as it's getting, guys. It's the comments on the music video. I showed a few of them in the beginning. There's a lot of negative comments. It has 600,000 dislikes according to the Google extension, which brings that back, which that is an inaccurate extension, but I would like to imagine that is accurate, that it actually does have 600,000 dislikes. I think that'd be cool. I'd really like that a lot. That's a shitload of dislikes. If I had that many dislikes, I feel like I maybe would quit. I'd be like, all right, it's time to cut my losses. I'm out of the YouTube game. It's safe to say people don't like me anymore. It's safe to say that people don't like me anymore. I'm on to other things or whatever. I don't know. KSI, he's a different beast though. He's not ready to back down. At least not yet. Not immediately. I can't even tell you how many TikToks I saw on my page that were making fun of them. One of them comparing it to Minecraft YouTuber's intro with the sword slash sound, which sounds like it's actually from Roblox.
From the screen to the ring, to the pen, to the king. Where's my crown?
He's getting flamed in every direction. Children, his own audience, babies, his other audience, the audience of Prime, the audience of Logan Paul, the audience of Dan TDM, adults, men, scholars, academics, etc. And then also his own friends inside men. Good. I'm glad that he's getting flamed by those guys.
From the ring to the king.
From the screen to the ring, to the pen, to the king. Where's my crown? That's my bling. Always drama when I ring. This guy can't catch a break. There's so many people mocking this song. There are amazing memes about it. There's people covering it and actually turning it into a good song using real, true musical talent. I love that. That's beautiful. I love seeing that. That's awesome. I could make an entire hour-long video going over just the memes of the KSI song. I could make a whole video about just that. It's so impressive. One of them was even Dan TDM AI'd over KSI, so it's him singing it, and people in the comments are saying it's finally good.
From the screen to the ring, to the pen, to the king. Where's my crown? That's my bling. Always drama in a ring.
That is crazy how mean people are and embarrassing that is. Wow. I like it though. The comments are amazing. Why does it actually sound good, bro? I mean, how can you, he has to have seen this. This guy is terminally online. Clearly, he spends every waking moment allowing other people's energy to completely affect him. And I really like that. I'm really glad that is the case. It seems like it's funny. I mean, these are all really good. And yeah, back to the guy playing on piano, the comments of that video, I mean, it's really good. And the comments there are ruthless, absolutely ruthless, saying it's way better than what KSI made and that he specifically made it bad. It's almost like musical talent goes a long ways.
From the screen to the pen, to the pen, to the king. Where's my crown? That's my bling.
However, his biggest op had yet to chime in. That is Jake Paul. Jake Paul is KSI's biggest op, the brother of Logan Paul. He made a joke about how when you're knocked out, but KSI's song is still playing, where he wakes up and he runs to turn it off.
From the screen to the ring, to the pen, to the...
Now that's funny. That's hilarious. KSI not happy about this, and I can't guarantee that this is a real comment, but a ton of people have shown screenshots with different like counts. So I'm inclined to believe that it is real, even though it's probably fake. But he said, KYS, classic old school internet stuff. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that he didn't like it, making fun of, hypothetically speaking, if that is a real comment, but I don't know if it's real. And man, you know it's bad when Jake Paul is coming out on top in regard to a beef with you. That is crazy. Jake Paul was probably the most hated man on the internet for a long time. That's so embarrassing, dude. It's so embarrassing. Oh. So anyways, with all these awesome memes and free content of people making fun of his song, he decided to make a new video reacting to all the memes about him. And if you watch it, you can tell that he's fighting back tears the whole time.
The worst songs of all time. Okay. All right, let me guess. Am I number one?
Of course, in the video, he states he thinks Dan TDM is the reason behind all of it, which is awesome.
Somehow I feel like this is Dan TDM's fault.
Throughout the video, you can see him slowly lose his mind and feel the hate within him building up. There was actually a clip he reacted to of a guy saying he didn't like the song, and KSI stated since he didn't post another reaction, he must have enjoyed it.
Maybe I have to check out the full song and my opinion will change. Maybe, you know, everyone else has to check out the full song and their opinions will change as well.
Maybe he's heard the full song. Let me see if his opinion's changed. Hasn't posted any more videos about it. Okay, so I assume he liked it and didn't post a video because it wouldn't make sense to do so.
So the guy on TikTok made a new reaction and stated it was still ass.
Per request from the actual KSI, I have officially decided to listen to the full version of his new song, Thick of It. This song, bro, is actually so bad.
Pretty rough to have someone burn you double down on how shit it doubly. I mean, that's like really embarrassing. He stated his favorite part of the song was when it was over. Ouch.
And after completing the entire song, I was happy that it was over. That was my favorite part of listening to this song, is when it finally ended. I'm so sorry, KSI, but your new song is not it.
He then posted a video reacting to the music video. He's enjoying his song, obviously. He wouldn't make something he hates, of course.
I'm in my prime.
The comments still punching this man even while he's down, and I feel bad a little bit. And 4 hours into posting, the dislikes have already won. And man, it's pretty crazy. If you look at his Twitter over the last few days, you can tell he's getting tired of it, and it is actually starting to get to him. Although he's saying it's not, I have a sneaking suspicion he's starting to let reality set in a little bit, that people actually don't like him, and that the relationships people have with you on the internet they're not real. They just love like a specific idea of you. And as soon as you do something really stupid, it's kind of over. You kind of ruin you ruin your vibe. It's all about vibes on the internet. Really, it's weird. It kind of is. Now people are just being mean to be mean. And that's pretty funny, honestly. And Drama Alert came in to absolutely not help the case, making a tweet with trucks that were playing his music to advertise his new song. In the caption, it says, KSI is forcing people to listen to his new song. And KSI did not like that at all. Driving trucks through cities to force people to listen to it because they won't listen to it on their own volition. They don't have free will in regard to that. They're being forced by the god that is KSI, or at least he thought he was some kind of god. I'm not sure. This guy can't catch a break, and he's getting strays from every single direction, catching strays from the left, right, north, south, east, west, etc. Finally, yesterday, or 2 days ago, I guess, when this goes up, on his Instagram story, he posted this, stating that he put so much time and effort into it, and then people were shitting on his hard work. And he says he gets it's trendy to hate him, but he wants everyone to move on. Now, I will admit it's definitely the trend to hate on him right now, but he did 110% bring this on himself. Like, this is his own fault. You would have to be severely, I don't know, stupid, I guess, to not see the reality of this situation. The only person who thinks that it's not his own fault is him. It's not a trend to hate on you. You are just a piece of shit. And people don't like that, and they're seeing that now. That's kind of what it is. It's like, you can't post a tweet that says, these stupid fans leave trash comments on my new song, think they're getting to me. You're not. It's not funny. It's boring. You're wasting your time. He really thought that that was like a cooking massive moment, and then days later posted this. I don't know which one is true, which KSI is the real KSI. I think it's the new one. And he's just been lying and coping this entire time because his ego is so big and he has no ability to actually, and this is like the ultimate case study of YouTuber psychology. It really is. I mean, this guy was loved by so many people, started so many awesome businesses, has gotten so much success, been so ambitious and done everything. I mean, boxing, massive YouTuber, massive brands, businesses, music, all he's done successfully, and he cannot take a joke. His ego has gotten too big. This is definitely going to fuel the fire. Nobody cares about him at all. I certainly hope they don't. I hope they don't feel bad for him just in general, because he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve their pity or whatever. Like, spend it for, you know, people in war-torn areas, or, you know, people in Appalachia who got washed away by a hurricane and got 0 hours, you know, of notice that that their entire communities were going to get destroyed, and then hundreds of people would still be missing. Spend that pity and sadness on things that actually matter, not on this absolute stupid idiot goofball entertainer YouTuber guy, whatever the total waste of time. This is definitely going to fuel the fire and make everything much, much, much worse for KSI. Speed has reacted to the thing, the song.
I do not know nothing about no ice, I'm just cold. 40-something milli subs, so I've been told. What is that face, bro? Oh my god.
Sing it, bro! Why you stopping?
Bro, I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass,
bro,
man.
just
Stupid.
Ludwig got his live stream taken down when listening to it. This guy named The Agent was laughing at it. XQC hates it.
Who does this appeal to? It is so bad. I'm not even a KSI hater. I'm not gonna be a glazer, but this is fucking dog shit.
Apparently Drake hates it too.
Shit's gonna piss me off and give me a headache. It's gonna make me more mad than I already am. What is in my ear? Yo, Mod, so if Drake tells you to jump off a bridge, you're gonna jump off a bridge.
I'm not sure if that's real because it's Aiden Ross's stream and he's a lying POS as well, so I have no idea. Seems like Nick A30 is the only person who genuinely likes it, and that makes sense, dude.
From the screen to the ring to the pen to the
yes! Nick A30 is a positive guy. He's an actual real force for good. KSI, if you go after Nick A30, it's over for you, bud. It's over for you, bud. But he's a supporter, so you're not gonna, you know, be sexually attracted to him, I don't think. But anyways, crazy. This was all over defending his brand, a tweet from Dan TDM, and now this guy has totally irreparably tarnished his online image and made himself the biggest, saddest fool around. Is this all deserved? Honestly, I don't know. I feel like it absolutely 110% is in the way that he reacted to the entire situation. If it was just like one tweet or whatever, and then they made up and he stopped doubling down, consistently doubling down and lying and dragging it out and causing all this, I think I would probably feel a little bit bad or have a little bit of empathy. But I think this is totally, completely deserved. And this is just what happens. This is a good case study for large-scale general public internet psychology and content creators and influencers and how they shouldn't act. You know, like egomaniacs. He will never live this down, though. This is insanely embarrassing, and people will be asking him about Dan TDM for decades. And we know by all of this that it will bother him. This is his most this is what got me to talk about him, okay? Okay, guys, I've never really mentioned KSI much. And like, this is how I will remember KSI from now on. This is his new legacy. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, go to the Gump Club, get it uncensored, get some free Sour Boy shipping with the Gump Club. Also go to sour.gg and buy some candy. We release a new flavor every single week. Friday, 3 Central Standard Time. That's right, we release a new limited edition flavor of candy every single week. I will talk to you guys in the next one.